Hello, I'm Jeremy. That is SP3. This is FMC. It is Tuesday. We are a half hour late because SP3 said he needed to sleep in and get more rest after Russell Westbrook tried to take Joel Embiid off the dribble and failed. SP3, on the bright side, last night, the Lakers defeated the Houston Rockets. And if you flip the standings, the Houston Rockets are the best team in the league. So that's a good win for the Lakers.
Quality win. You addressed what I like to call the Los Angeles screw job. I sent you the video evidence. LeBron James retweeted the video evidence of Joel Embiid acting like me and my kids out going to the park and holding Russell Westbrook's hand while he crosses the street to try to get the win. And you call that, oh, Russell Westbrook, you know, take away your biasness against Russell Westbrook.
Well, okay, no.
And tell me
I love Russell Westbrook.
Joel Embiid did not hold his hand like you're taking your youngest stepchild to the store.
He did. It was 100. He grabbed him by the wrist and just tried to prevent him from doing anything he was trying to do. He 100% just fouled them. They should have called that.
That's twice. That's twice in what, 4 games? The Dallas game at the end of the game when
he fouled that. Yeah. Who fouled? Tim Hardaway Jr. He definitely fouled, or Dinwiddie. He definitely fouled Troy Brown on that shot.
What is going on? Like I'm all for. I'm not gonna go on the limb like the person, like the tweet I sent you where they were like, "Why is the NBA trying to prevent the Lakers from winning?" I'm not gonna go that far, but we can legitimately say those were fouls that were not called. And then the NBA, this whole going back and recapping and reporting, do the post game report.
The last 2-minute report's bullshit.
It's absolute so BS. Bullshit. It's so BS. It's like someone gets their taxes wrong, and then the person comes behind them and just fixes everything and just be like, oh no, he didn't get it wrong. You know, this was actually how it was. No, that's total BS, and I'm over this. I am now until the referee actually Laker games and call fouls. I am boycotting talking about the Los Angeles Lakers. So now that we have talked about the Los Angeles Lakers here, we can get into what was a spectacular NFL wildcard weekend.
LeBron James tweeting foul conspiracy theory videos and just saying they told me they're not going to call it. Come on, this dude's got to get off Twitter. This dude, he's got to get to the front office and start yelling at them some more to make some trades.
No, Twitter fingers. It's Twitter fingers. It's all this era is. It's all the era of Twitter fingers.
It is. I felt bad for Russell Westbrook. What honestly happened here is like, why isn't Darvin Ham calling a timeout? Why the moment he sees Russell Westbrook cross the half court line with the ball, just no timeout.
Yeah, I would have called timeout too because he did not even look towards LeBron, and LeBron
didn't look towards. He saw Embiid. He saw Embiid. And he saw like, oh, I got a big on me. I can take him off the. Let me tell you. I love Russell Westbrook. You're trying to slander and act like I don't love Russell Westbrook, who's one of my favorite players of all time and gave me arguably the greatest season in OKC Thunder history, regular season. Playoffs haven't been much better. But arguably the greatest regular season in Thunder history. I love Russell Westbrook. This man wasn't taking people off the dribble like this in his prime. He could blow by guys, sure, but like when he starts trying to cross over and stuff, I remember the All-Star game, he's sizing up Anthony Davis. This is again prime Russell Westbrook. Anthony Davis, he made the All-Star game, so he wasn't as injured that season, I guess. That was prime. He's trying to take Anthony Davis off the dribble in the All-Star game, and same thing happened. Just lost the ball. Russell Westbrook ain't got a bag. Okay, he does not have a bag at all. He's got like a sleeping blanket. You know, he can blow by guys if they're like asleep, but he ain't got like a bag full of tricks in it or anything like that. He just doesn't.
All I will say is that the NBA, I am boycotting you. I am boycotting. I'm not going to tweet about the NBA. I tweet so much about the Los Angeles Lakers that my chat said that I was from Los Angeles, California. So I will not be tweeting about the LA Lakers or the NBA until they start refereeing, until they actually get referees instead of these blind store attendants whose rate of item stole is at a record high. Oh my God, I feel like I'm working at Victoria's Secret again.
How do you feel like you're working at Victoria's Secret?
Because I worked with a whole bunch of blind attendants that made our store one of the most stolen from in New York City.
If the referees are like actually fixing things, which I don't think they are, they're definitely not. They're doing it wrong, right? Adam Silver is giving them terrible advice. This would never fly on David Stern's watch.
Agreed.
David Stern would be like, we got to make sure LeBron's in the playoffs. What are we doing here?
Like, what are we doing here? Like, I will prevent trades to the Los Angeles Lakers, but I'm not going to prevent them from winning. What are we doing here? Like, he's going to talk to the referees. Like, come on, guys. Do we have to have one of you making bets on the side to make the Lakers win again? Like, come on. What are we doing here?
Adam Silver, he's got it wrong. Like, the Sixers are fine. They'll make the playoffs. They're middle of the pack East. They're okay. Like, we need the Lakers to get some wins here so LeBron can make the playoffs. Adam Silver's got to send down some type of memo to these refs and be like, look, second half of the season, we got to start calling a little bit more on these other teams. We cannot afford to go 2 straight seasons without LeBron in the playoffs. We got to fix this, guys. We got to fix this. Adam Silver, do something about this. LeBron's out here subtweeting you on Twitter. You got to do something about this, Adam Silver. Fix your damn refereeing to ensure that LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers make the playoffs.
Like, what am I supposed to talk about for the next couple of months if we're just gonna screw them out of wins? That should be them. You know what type of rant I would have had if we would have won those 2 games? Oh my God, we would be getting views up because my rant would be so ridiculous that people would be clipping me for Los Angeles Laker profiles on Twitter. They would be clipping me like he is the representation of the Los Angeles Lakers. Now I'm just the representation of how the NBA referees are trash. They are absolute trash. I'm done with this. When you're screwing over Russell Westbrook, who doesn't need help getting himself screwed over, this is like a new low for the NBA referees. This is preposterous.
Preposterous. You're done talking about the Lakers?
Hey, we got a W last night. We ended our losing streak. That's all I care about.
A great win over the Houston Rockets. Like I said, you flipped the standings.
Rockets
are the best team in the league.
Hey, you need to beat the teams you're supposed to beat.
That is true.
That's
at this point, they just need to beat any teams.
As a Los Angeles Lakers fan who lived through the Kobe and Shaq era, when we used to beat all the great teams and lose to the Bulls and all the trash teams at the bottom of the roster, when we are a bad Los Angeles Lakers team, you need to beat the bad teams, and at least we did that last night.
You need to beat any teams you can beat right now.
And congratulations to LeBron James, second player all time to reach 38,000 points. We are mere 2 weeks. We're like 2 weeks away at that. Maybe that. It's probably less. We're probably 2 weeks away from history being made. We just need the Lakers to win on that path to history being made.
You should pass the ball more.
No. We need all these points right now. Until Anthony Davis comes back or we make a trade, we need LeBron to keep doing what he's doing. 2 of our losses, 2 of our, 3 in a row, I think it was, 4 in a row, I think it was, were because of the referee. So I can't even say it was because LeBron was shooting too much. I used that excuse when we were 2-12 to start the season, but now we need him to do everything he's doing right now.
Good luck to your Los Angeles Lakers. The trade deadline's in a couple of weeks.
Oh, God.
I'm excited. Trade deadline. That's my time to shine. Love the
It
trade
is.
deadline.
That's when the Thunder's gonna get a bunch of more picks. Gonna get a couple more picks around.
We don't need to do anything. We don't need to do anything. We might do a trade deadline special. Let's see what time like it actually is and what my schedule is like. But we might do a trade deadline special if you're up for it. We don't need any more picks. I legitimately don't think that OKC is gonna make a single trade. I don't think they're gonna make any trade. No. Because
I think you probably said that last season, and I think they did make it like just to get a draft pick or something, didn't they?
Yeah, they might have just got like a second round, but they didn't make like any type of. People were talking about Muscala is going to get traded, Kenrich Williams going to get traded. Like none of these guys got traded last season. I don't think any of these guys are going to get traded this season. The youngest team in the league. Just we don't even have our second overall pick from this past season. Just keep with this timeline.
You're gonna get better. You're gonna get better regardless. You got Chet coming back. You have more draft picks coming up in the summer. You're gonna get on your.
We're not gonna lose a game ever again.
I wouldn't say all of that, but I would say the next 5 years, y'all are a top 5 seed in the West.
We're not gonna lose in the next 5 years. We might not lose.
You want to put money on that?
No. We're not gonna lose ever again. You know why we're not gonna lose?
I could have hit that nice parlay if you would have said.
I'm done betting. Taking way too many L's. My free money's about to run out, and after that, I ain't using real money. You know why we're not going to lose ever again, though, SP3?
Why?
Look at this beautiful.
Oh my God!
Beautiful man.
Look at that hair.
Look at this hair flowing. Oh my! I'm in love with this man. SP3. His Australian accent, just swooning over Joshua Giddey, the triple doubles.
Why couldn't we have pictures of Joel Embiid holding Russell Westbrook's hand? That's why I sent you the tweet so you could take a screen cap.
No,
we got pictures of Josh Giddey though.
Who cares about that? Yeah, because look how beautiful he is.
What are we doing?
What do you think he uses in his hair?
I don't know. I mean,
do you think he goes like basic, like Head and Shoulders? You think it's a little bit like pert?
He looks like Earth 2 Australian you.
That's fair. I'll take that.
Earth 2.
I'm gonna tweet Josh Giddey and ask
if he didn't have to write about a certain business and he can make shots and had court vision. That'd be you.
I do have court vision.
You do? Oh, well, I've never seen you on the court. That's to be fair.
I can pass. I got no bag either. Decent shooter. Decent tight. I got the float game going. Like I'm like floaters.
I'm a 3 and D type of guy.
I've always I can D up. White people got to play defense.
That is true.
Yeah.
You don't get playing time. You don't get playing time if you don't play defense and you can't shoot the ball.
Yeah. You either got to be like an elite shooter or you gotta play some defense and
you gotta have that dog in you.
Or you just gotta be Josh Giddey.
Or you could be Josh Giddey or Luka Doncic.
Great at everything. I said, I called them white magic in our season preview. It might have been a little low, honestly. Like I don't think we've ever seen anybody like Josh Giddey. Like Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, LeBron James.
Oh my God, you're ridiculous.
Like, none of these guys compare. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Wilt Chamberlain and LeBron James and Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson and Larry Bird just had a giant orgy and they could procreate and a kid came out, that would be Josh Giddey.
What? Huh? What are we doing here?
That would be Josh Giddey.
No, it wouldn't. Why do we still? We've gone legitimately 3 minutes with this picture up. What are we doing?
We're gonna spend the whole show with it. Look at this beautiful man.
Oh my God. People, I'm trapped. What are we doing?
Look at him.
No,
you don't want to. You don't want to fuck this man as
Well, I mean, the NBA fucked him by getting drafted to the Oklahoma City Thunder, so I'm good.
How dare you? No, they put him in the best position possible.
We are now
talking
how
beautiful
about,
he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, this show has gone from basketball to trash reality to fucking Josh Giddey. Jeremy on live national YouTube just let everybody know he wants to fuck the man that is averaging 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Good numbers for
Look, check out his numbers since like December. Since December, oh man, Josh Giddey, the December numbers. The December numbers.
Well, he didn't play too well against Dallas on January 9th. He had 10 points on 4-12, but he had a triple-double against Miami. He had 25 and 10 against Chicago. He had 28 and 9 and 9 against Brooklyn. So I'll give it to the boy. He's playing. He's balling out.
I'll give you his actual his stats here. Since
I gave you the year stats. I gave you 16 points, 8 rebounds.
I gave you his averages. Average since December.
48%. No, we ain't specifying here. We ain't
December.
Certain numbers. Come on, what are we doing here?
Since December, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 40% from 3, 50% from the field. This man.
That's just slightly better than his year number. What are we doing here?
Look at this man. Look at this man, SP3.
Oh my God. Finally, it took Luis 5 comments to finally have a good one. He says FJG greater than FMC. That is true. We have now changed the name to FJG. Fucking Josh Giddey. We are the fucking Josh Giddey show. Josh Giddey's fucking book has become overbooked. He is fightful. He is trying to fight off Jeremy. That's how he became overbooked. Because Jeremy is trying to overbook his booty hole. Trying to fuck this man. What are we doing?
Look how beautiful he is. The hair just flowing. Oh man,
I am jealous that he has hair like that. My missus would enjoy if I had hair like that.
We're never losing again. Because
you have
not with Josh Giddey on this.
You have an Australian unicorn that is the love child of Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Magic Johnson,
and Michael Jordan, and LeBron James, and Larry Bird.
Jordan, and Larry Bird, and LeBron James.
They all got together, had giant orgy,
and they had an orgy where they all ejaculated into a cup and mixed it with an Australian woman with beautiful hair, and out came Josh Giddey.
Yes,
20 years ago, 21 years ago, because this is a new year. 20 in 2002. This all happened in 2002 before LeBron James was even drafted into the NBA, when he was a junior making pay-per-views, because I saw him his junior year on pay-per-view. That's the first time I saw LeBron James. So before he even got drafted, when the Cleveland Cavaliers were all like, why we need this kid? We got Ricky Davis getting triple doubles because he missed shots on purpose.
That's one of my favorite moments in the NBA.
Yo, people don't know. People don't know how good
it wasn't
Cleveland was to watch because of the stupid shit they were doing that year before LeBron came. They don't realize how good
it wasn't even missing shots on purpose. He literally went for a layup on his own basket to get the rebound. It wasn't even like he was shooting at the right basket to miss this shot.
No, he literally took the ball out of inbounds. Everybody went up the court, and he did like this on his own basket. Got the rebound. It was like, hey, he got a triple double. Let me just keep on dribbling up. Ricky Davis is one of my if I had to make an all NBA just entertainment team, Ricky Davis. Darius Miles.
Oh, Darius Miles.
Absolutely. Darius Miles, Quentin Richardson. Come on, that's my favorite Clipper team. I don't care what anybody says. Darius Miles, Quentin Richardson, Lamar Odom, Elton Brand. It was just gold together. Oh my God. Some of these trash teams, if you go back early 2000 trash teams, I take those over some of the good teams nowadays because they were just entertaining. Cavs, the baby Bulls, man, the baby Bulls was so much fun.
The trash teams nowadays don't have any swag or anything. What what are the Spurs doing? Like, no one wants to actually watch them play. The Rockets are just a mess. Eric Gordon's just criticizing everybody.
What happened to Jalen Green? Jalen Green had some swag last season, but it don't seem like he has it anymore, or that Eric Gordon has yelled it out of him. I don't know.
The Hornets, like, you think LaMelo has like something, but they're like just boring to watch. I blame Gordon Hayward. He's too white for that team.
Yeah.
Who else is a bad? The Magic got Franz Wagner. He's not bad. They got a little bit of swag to them, but nothing like those Clippers teams.
No,
like that.
And how dare people see, Luis? You were on a good streak. You had one good comment out of 5, and now you're 1 for 6. Baby Fools were fun to watch, not because they were good. They were fun to watch because they had actual charisma, yet they were trash. Like, that's what we're talking about here. You have to have your level of entertainment, charisma, and bravado up here, but your ability is down here. That's a perfect balance, in my opinion. That's how things, things balance out.
Yeah.
Like the Clippers legitimately be down by 25 and make a 3 and just
didn't matter. Didn't matter. They're still celebrating and popping off.
Did not matter to them. Baby Bulls could finally be beating the Los Angeles Lakers, but Brad Miller guy getting into a fight with Shaquille O'Neal. Like, that's the type of stuff that like true basketball fans like me and Jeremy, that's the stuff that lives in your memories. That was 20 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, but I remember that stuff vividly because these trash teams were on a different level from today's trash teams.
The NFL playoffs were this past week. SP3 super wild card weekend is what they called it. A lot of games. We had the Bengals over the Ravens in one of the dumbest play calls in NFL history that got returned for a 98-yard technically fumble recovery. Ravens had a shot, man. And then they just, I don't know what that was. I don't know what Huntley was trying to do with the ball. Just he tried to, Trevor Lawrence did it, but Trevor Lawrence is like 6'6" and didn't have everybody stacked on the line like that. Just terrible.
Trevor Lawrence, that 2-point
Michael
conversion. Yeah, that was straight up Space Jam. That was amazing to watch.
No, Lamar didn't play, but like they were in that game. They had a chance to go up at least 6, possibly 7. And then they screwed it all up because the ball got knocked out. That we had the Giants beating the fraudulent Vikings, which I think a lot of people kind of saw.
Daniel Jones was looking. It finally paid off. I've been dealing with New York Giants fans trashing on Daniel Jones since he got drafted. They did not think he could fill in the shoes of Eli, but that man went out there and arguably I think he had one of the better performances of any quarterback of the weekend. He had 301 yards, 24 of 35. He was rushing all over the place. That's why he was tired by the end of the game. So yeah. He played his heart out. He finally looked like the Giants quarterback that the insiders and the analysts always said he could be. He looked like how Josh Allen should have looked this weekend.
Yeah, Josh Allen didn't play well. Bills won, but that wasn't the best performance by them. Shucky Decky says, "What is FMC? Anything you want it to be? Honestly, today it seems to stand for foreign mating concepts."
That was nice.
Just saying. Legit, we don't have a reason for why it's FMC. It was originally because the show's on Friday, and so I named FMC as like Friday morning coffee. But then the show's been on Mondays and now Tuesdays. But we said it on the very first episode. It's like it stands for whatever you can think of it to stand for. And yes, this morning it is foreign mating concept. Yeah, the Bills weren't looking too great, but they won. That's what matters.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
Because Diggs and Gabe Davis is one of the most fun wide receivers that I've seen play in quite a while because he just makes some crazy catches.
Yeah. We had The Niners weren't great in the first half, and then the second half they said, "All right, fuck this. Let's just beat this team." Niners are good. Like that. That's kind of my pick for the NFC. The Niners are good. Eagles, we still got to see them play. We'll see how they do.
I think it's going to be Eagles and Cowboys in the championship game.
I think Cowboys are going to beat the Niners. I'm not. Look, the Cowboys are good.
I'm gonna put my belief in boys. I will be admitting. I think I've said this before. I don't like New York teams. Like I'm sorry. It's because I've grown up in New York. My mom is a heavy Homer type of sports fan. My stepdad was kind of the similar way. I always went against the grain. My the first sport they introduced me to was basketball, and my mom and my stepdad were huge Knicks fans, and I just got at 6 years old. I just got 6, 7 years old. I got so much satisfaction of Michael Jordan Bulls beating the New York Knicks that I decided I was never going to be a Knicks fan. So when Kobe Bryant came into the league when I was 8 years old, that's when I became a Lakers fan. I put that up on my Twitter. I've been a Lakers fan for 26 years now since Kobe Bryant came into the league. And my mom used to always tell me, that boy, he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't better than John Starks. And he proved her wrong. Yeah. That my mom is a homer. I'm fully admitting my mom's a homer. And then then my dad and my stepdad and my brother-in-law introduced me to football, and they were big, like either Giants or Jets. It was always had to be Giants or Jets. And I was just like, all right, I'm cool with the Giants because I just saw Little Giants. I'm cool with them. But I'm not into this whole Homer stuff. So I searched for a new team, and I discovered Peyton Manning, and that became my team. not the Colts. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was why. Yeah, just Peyton Manning, because when he left the Colts and how the Colts just let him leave the way after his injury, I joined the Broncos for a while, but I never became a Broncos fan. I firmly was in the Peyton Manning landscape. And since he's left the league, I've kind of been wide open. I just like watching the game. So, but I never will root for the Cowboys. It's just, I'll never root for the Giants. That's just not me. But I like how the Cowboys look this year. Dak Prescott, he had a hell of a game last night.
Okay. All right. Here, I'm going to caution everybody on the Cowboys. They did play great last night. I'm not taking that away from them. They played great. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers suck. They've sucked all season, and they tricked everybody into thinking they were a little bit good because they beat the just as bad, if not worse, clearly worse, Carolina Panthers 2 weeks ago, who were playing their like fourth and fifth cornerbacks. And Tom Brady is just carving up, really Mike Evans is carving up these fourth and fifth string corners, and people are like, the Bucs, oh, Brady's back. Brady's got it in him. He can still. Brady has been bad this year. They had him throw the ball like 40 times a game. They've had no running game. The Bucs have been terrible this season. But Brady
I want for like I said, I don't watch football a lot, but anytime I watch and it's the Buccaneers on, I just been wondering. The biggest question in my head has been, why did this man come out of retirement? Like why?
Man, he could have walked away 2 years ago with a Super Bowl and still had Giselle, and everything could have been good. He could have gotten $80 million just doing TV on Fox and everything. Could have even walked away last year.
Man, he could have finally got revenge on Eli and took his job to do Peyton. We could have got Peyton and Dom. Imagine Brady and Manning cast. Come on,
that would be great. That would be fantastic. I think he's coming back again. I legitimately think he's going to play again. I don't think Tom Brady, I really don't think he's going to look at last night and be like, that is how I want to go out. No, I think he's going to find, I said Minnesota Vikings because they got some good receivers. They got Justin Jefferson, who might be the best receiver in the league. Running game's not terrible. Defense is hit and miss, but they're not a terrible team. Everyone just wants to blame Kirk Cousins for everything. Brady's going to look at that team and be like, that's where I'm going to go. Like, that's where I'm going to go. And I think he's coming back. I really do. He ain't going out like he did last night.
I don't see how you can. I don't see how you can go out in that way. And I've never been a Tom Brady fan. Like I said, I was Peyton Manning. So Tom Brady was enemy number one. If your team was Peyton Manning, then Tom Brady was if you're a Giants fan, he was your Cowboys. So, but to see him go out in that fashion, just based on how he could have went out 2 years ago, yeah, he's probably has to come back. And Minnesota's that's a good option. I think Minnesota has some things in place, and Tom Brady can go over there and get the ball to receivers if he could find his game that he had 2 years ago. I don't know if he can do that though.
Oh man, so Eddie says Brady will go to Vegas. So here's my drawback with my Minnesota theory is like I don't know if 46-year-old Tom Brady wants to live in that cold ass weather and play in Minnesota in the winter. So Vegas
he left New England for a reason.
Yeah, Vegas is a good shout. Tom just spending his weeknights on the strip, just playing poker, going out with all of his Vegas pals. Find his mojo with all all these young women throwing, just having fun with him and everything. He's not married anymore.
Now I know they have their own situation.
Cougar Tom on the town. Give me that reality show. Fuck the football. Just give me Cougar Tom.
I know they have their own situation, and I know what you're saying about Tom not want to be in cold weather. Is there a possibility he might want to go back to New England to finish up his career?
I don't know how much resentment, and that New England team's not very good either.
Though. Oh no, it's not. It's not. That's what I said. They have their own. That was me putting it nicely, ladies and gentlemen. They have their own situation going on in New England. But just as far as symmetry for his career, because he didn't go out the way he should have went out 2 years ago. I think the only kind of positive way that can go out, even if he does lose, is him finishing his career in New England.
Here's why now I'm sold on Vegas. Eddie James has sold me on Vegas, and I'm about to sell myself. Tom Brady has always sucked without Rob Gronkowski. It's not true, but let's go with it. He's always sucked without Rob Gronkowski. He ain't selling Gronk on moving to Minnesota. All right, he got him in Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay, nice area and everything. Vegas, he can sell Gronk on Vegas. Are you kidding me? Gronk, come on, buddy. Here's how we're spending our nights, pal. Come on, we're chugging all the beers. We're going to all the clubs.
This is
we're
true.
Hitting up all the Gronk is like, I'm in, baby. Let's go. Gronk is in on this shit.
That's true.
Gronk and Brady take Las Vegas. Again, don't give a shit about the football. Just give me this reality show.
That's a reality show. That's a reality show that we can consistently watch and talk about on FMC. I'm ready for that. I am ready for Tom and Gronk take Las Vegas.
Gronk at 42, he's 33. Gronk still got some. I mean, he's been banged up. He played some hard years, but Gronk is good. He'll be good to go, baby. Brady's who you got. He's 46. That's it. Brady got to be the babysitter for Gronk. He's got to make sure he don't say. He's got to give him his curfew and everything. He's like, all right, I need you home by 3. I need you home by 3, Gronk. We got a game tomorrow. Okay, if it wasn't a game day, stay out. But 3, you got to be home by 3 because we got a game.
When the sun comes up in the east, that's when I want you home here in the west.
Caden is here.
Really?
Game. I know.
Oh.
I know. Everyone watch Tag Talk with Haley and Kylie. Caden is here. He was at the Jags game messaging me, complaining about his life when the Jags were getting their ass kicked at halftime, and then they came back.
I've never seen somebody pay all this money to go to all these different events and then complain so much.
Just bitching about everything.
Jesus.
Yeah,
hi, Caden.
All right. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, SP3.
Hi, Caden.
I haven't talked to y'all in a long time. I keep sleeping in for the show.
Yeah, you messaged me can I come on tomorrow? I'm like, sure. And then you messaged me at noon because you sleep until noon. What are we doing here? I must be nice. I slept in.
It must be nice. You have all this time to go to all these games and events. You get to sleep till noon. Me and Jeremy out here putting in the work at 5 a.m. because I got 2-year-olds. So Jeremy gets at least an extra hour compared to me because all his kids is a little bit older in age. But I got 2-year-olds that wake me up before 5 a.m. I'm putting in the work with them. Then I'm putting in the work on here, putting in the work writing, and while Caden's sleeping and just spending disposable money to go to Jaguars games out of the blue.
Look, to be fair, that game was $50.
I'm not spending $50. I don't got that disposable money.
I called my mom and I said, "Hey, you want to give me $50 since you didn't get me anything for Christmas?" Because I didn't ask for Christmas presents. I asked for her to pay for wrestling show tickets. So I used one of my ticket money to go to the Jags game.
Do you have anything else to add, Caden?
Yeah. I wanted to go through my messages that I sent you. So I went to the Jags game. That was one of the most depressing first halves of my life. I hated everything. I sent some texts to a lot of different people. I was ranting to you. I ranted to Sean. I ranted to Romeo. I ranted to a lot of people. I got on the True Heel Sports watch along from inside the stadium to rant. It was bad. I texted you. I said, I wasted money on this game. I texted Sean and I said, this was a waste of time and money. My day is ruined. But the second I decided to stay, I was about to leave. Like I was walking out of the stadium and they have Daly's Places attached to the stadium and they were showing the game on like Titantron and Daly's. So I was like, all right, let me go and chill in there for a little bit. They had some couches. So warmed up in there. And then the Jags scored right before halftime. And, if you guys know anything about the Chargers coach, Brandon Staley, you know that he kind of sucks. So I expected that the Chargers could actually give up the lead in that game. So I decided, I was like, okay, let me stay and I'll see how they play in the third quarter. And if it's still not going good, then I'll go. And then I know, okay, comeback can happen. And the Jags just kept going down the field and they were doing really good on defense. And finally we're getting to score a little bit. The biggest irony for me about the game was basically the reason why the Jags were able to win was Cameron Dicker missed a field goal in the fourth quarter. Cameron Dicker was the kicker for the University of Texas. And that was when when he was there, that was when I was a diehard UT before I went to UF. And I think he's from Lake Travis High School, which is 30 minutes away from my house in Texas. So I've loved Dicker for a long time. So I was rooting for this man to lose for the first time ever. And he missed it. So I felt bad. I had to betray Dicker, the kicker, for a little bit, but I'm sorry, man. I had to go against you. And then
Dicker, the kicker.
It's amazing. I love Dicker, the kicker. He's the reason why Texas beat OU a few years ago.
Last week we had Calm, and this week we got Dicker, the kicker. And this is following FMC becoming FJG, fucking Josh Giddey. And we talked about the orgy session between NBA greats who put their ejaculation in a cup to birth with an Australian woman, Josh Giddey. What is this show? What am I doing
here? The wife messaged me after that and just says, "Oh dear, I hear who you want to fuck. You're moaning, my lord, Jeremy." That's what she messaged me.
All my missus did is ask me why I have the blinds closed because the sun was blaring on me. Sheesh.
I'd make other comments, but I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh my god. What's happened since the last time I've been on this
Look
show?
at this man, Caden! You don't want to fuck him?
No, I really don't.
Get out of here.
Caden's a good person to ask too.
Get out of here. Look at this man. Hi. How are you? Good. Jamie, he's beautiful.
Oh God.
He's a beautiful man.
What is wrong with him?
I'm not gay, you know that. But if I were, I would fuck this man.
Jesus Christ.
Jeremy, I am gay. I would not fuck that man.
That's what I said. Caden is a better person to ask here.
Caden has no taste, clearly.
My taste is all over the place. Give me Dax Harwood over anybody.
You like him older.
He likes them bald and porn mustaches.
I want you to look like a wrestler.
Sure. What else do you have to say, Caden?
They kicked the field goal right at me. Like that game-winning field goal was kicked right at my section because I was in the south end zone, and I screamed my head off. And I felt it yesterday. I started to feel it. Today I feel fine, but yesterday I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel my voice going. It was great. It was a great moment.
That must have been a blast to be at that game, though.
Yeah, it was. I was my dad, like I had everybody texting me, like my mom. I think my mom did something Sunday with family, and so she was telling everybody like, "Oh, Caden was at the game. Caden was at the game." So I get all these texts from family members who, like my grandma texted me and she goes, "Why didn't you take me to the game?" And I was like, "I decided 2 hours before the game I was gonna go. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you would have flown from Texas to Florida in a span of 2 hours. My bad." My great aunt who hasn't texted me, and I looked, the last time she had texted me was 2 years ago, texted me about the game. I'm getting texts from everybody. They're like, "Oh my God, such an amazing game." Yeah, being there, being part of that history. They said it's the third largest comeback in playoff history in the NFL. I've been able to go to some really cool things in my life, some really cool sporting events. Nothing will ever top that, especially just being that, because I was so cold, and that was part of the reason why I wanted to leave. I was freezing my ass off. It was cold for Florida standards. I was freezing, and
cold for Florida standards.
Yeah,
means in Ohio or New York,
not that bad.
It's warm.
It was like 60, I think, in Florida.
No, so it was 40 with a really bad wind chill.
Ooh.
So
It's
like for us who we don't have clothes, we're not built for that. Like we don't have the right clothes and everything. So yeah, like the first half was just, I think part of it too is the emotion of the first half being so depressed. And I have proof of it from the amount of text I sent and getting on the stream. I was so sad. And then being brought back up, and then getting the game-winning the walk-off field goal. I was wearing my AEW beanie because I don't have Jags gear, so I needed something to represent the Jaguars.
He looked like a parking lot attendant.
Yeah, I had somebody come up to me and ask me, they asked how to get out of the stadium while I was on stream. You can hear it on stream. You can hear the guy saying, "Hey, how did I get out of here?" You can hear it.
Did you know?
No idea who that man was.
No, but did you know how to? Did you direct him?
Oh no, I had no idea.
Why not? What did they pay you for?
They don't pay. Look, if you want to pay me, I'll tell the guy where to go. I was not
wrong. Apparently, you'd tell him wrong directions because you just said you didn't know.
You just messed up your next media ticket for AEW. Yeah. You could have earned yourself a media ticket by telling them how to get out the stadium.
No comment. I'm not gonna talk about that.
Do you have anything else to say, Caden? Nope. Good talk. All right. Glad you tried this.
Oh my God. This might be the greatest episode of FMC. Yeah, folks, I think we peaked. I think we peaked already. Let
me send this invite to our pal Cher Delaware. I'm gonna ask her.
Folks, this is what I've been waiting for, to talk about the challenge, because not only do we have an episode to talk about, we got victory. We have a victory celebration because we spoke shit into existence. I almost had tears of joy when that tweet went out. Oh my God. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about when that tweet went out. And
we do have the next cast reveal to talk about. We do have the latest episode to talk about. We have Cher's dating world to talk about as well. Two Super is asking, will the Lakers have money when Russell?
I actually, my nephew has 2K, and he was staying at my mom's place yesterday because he was off from school, so I was able to play a little bit of we did a little rebuild where I had the Lakers, he had the Warriors, and I was just like, God damn, everybody's gone in the offseason. We got money. We got money for a third max player. Like we could at least get or like not even a max player. That'd probably be dumb to spend all that money on a max player, but we can get those second tier players and a couple of other players to fill out the roster. We have a lot of money this offseason when Russell's contract is up. So that's why I think that I don't think we're going to trade him, because we would be messing up our cap flexibility for the offseason, despite it probably being the move that we need to get to a play-in spot or a playoff spot. I just think that we have played well for spells that we can keep him there and just hold on to that cap flexibility in the offseason, because it is ridiculous. We pretty much have just LeBron and AD on the books going into the next offseason.
I'm always confused with how the cap works. I mean, if they just have those two, they'll have plenty of space, but they got to get guys around them to fill the roster.
Yes, we have to fill out the roster. We can't just go, oh, we have all this roster space. Let's get a third max player, and then we are getting like
3-on-5.
Yeah, we're getting D-League players to fill out the rest of the roster.
Yeah, because that's basically where they're at right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not working too well for them. So yeah, I know Westbrook's contract does come off the books. And that was when I pitched different trade scenarios. Like that was always something to consider, is like, do you just ride this out with Westbrook and then he's off the books this year? Or do you take on more long-term money if you were trying to get like Buddy Hield or Miles Turner, and then you're more locked into these guys, because they weren't paying Alex Caruso's contract. They ain't paying for a lot of these guys. And it's a lot tougher to sign free agents if you already have all this money on. It's easier to keep the guys that you have than it is to like try to sign free agents with this. The salary cap is something I'll probably never understand when it comes to NBA, largely because like I don't dive deep enough into that. I trust the people who do dive deep enough into that to get me to understand it. But I do know they'll have money in the offseason. Whether or not they actually do anything worthwhile with that money is a completely different story.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's a sticky situation altogether for the Los Angeles Lakers, but I am going to go on the side as of right now, January 17th, 2023. I'm going to stay on the side of holding on to Westbrook to get the cap flexibility at the end of the season. I think that like we said, we've been playing good in spells. If we can get, AD back, I think that we can go on a little bit of a streak to get us in play-in position. I don't know if we'll make the play-in, make the playoffs. Not too sure. We're 2.5 games, despite losing 3 straight and then finally winning last night. We're only like three games out of 9th place. No, 3 games out of 8th place, and 3.5 out of 7. So we're still in the running to be in position.
It is like the West is very bunched. Like 6-12 are like 2 games.
Yeah.
So it could easily flip it within a matter of weeks. Like the Lakers just ain't that great of a team.
No,
and so
we're not.
They're not a great team, and so like they got to beat some other teams, and then some other teams got to lose.
We are 2-1 against the top seed in the West, and what Charles Barkley called the best team on the planet.
Who was saying this before the season? SB3. Who was saying this before the season?
I know you did, but the reason why I said Charles Barkley said it is because that's like a death sentence.
Yeah,
I saw our good friend Will Washington quote tweet that, saying like he's been a Denver Nuggets fan since Rafe LaFrentz, and I was like, man, I don't remember the Rafe LaFrentz era. I remember the Dikembe Mutombo era of the Denver Nuggets, but quote tweeting that like it's a badge of honor. I don't think so. I had to remind him that the previous best team on the planet was the Portland Trailblazers to Charles Chuck Barkley. So I'm sorry, that's not the best person you want to be calling you the best team on the planet.
It's not good that Barkley has acknowledged them and is calling them the best team, and that actually worries me more than anything. It's not great, but like the Nuggets are playing great. I was in on them from the start of the season. Everyone can check the footage, check the tape.
You were.
And I hope
you said they would be a top seed too.
I said they would. I think I picked them to win the whole damn thing.
Yeah, you did.
Definitely. Yeah. I believe in this Denver Nuggets team. We'll see. they're playing well. I'm happy they're playing well. I hope they continue to keep it up. Jokic is going to win his 3rd straight MVP. People are going to be very mad about that. Very mad.
God. Such an undeserving 3-time MVP if that happened. Oh my God, I'm disgusted.
Why are you hating?
I do agree with two super that I think the Celtics are the best or all around team in the league on the planet.
I mean, yeah, the Celtics are great. They have a bona fide superstar in Jason Tatum. They play well. They play well on both ends. Jaylen Brown is a great 2nd star. Marcus Smart, great. Al Horford, my man, bounce pass legend. Al Horford playing great. Like, yeah, they're
just picked him up on one of my fantasy teams, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't disagree with the notion that the Celtics are the best team. They go through spurts of like they gave up 150 to a Thunder team without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but they do have this man, and that's why they scored 150. And I have a very important question for our pal Cher Delaware, who is here. The most important question we will ask her on this show.
How did we
Cher Delaware, would you fuck Josh Giddey?
No.
Why? What is that? No, get out of here.
That's 2 people. 2 people have told you they would not fuck Josh Giddey. Look how
beautiful this man is.
Look at that. Even Caden screaming in the chat. He said he is not attractive. I think we lost Jeremy.
No, I'm here. I'm trying to figure out why you think somebody would want to fuck him.
Look how beautiful he is.
I'm literally saying that we have lost Jeremy, meaning that he's lost his mind.
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying that he's ugly, but like, no. Jeremy, I think that you need to understand 2 people who like men are telling you no.
Y'all have no taste.
Despite
I mean,
us.
That's true, but
to be fair, that is a fair point.
This is why you were on 300 dating websites, Cher. All right, let's talk about the challenge. Since you guys have just killed my vibe when it comes to Joshua Giddey.
This don't kill my vibe.
We'll recap. Well, what do you want to do first, SP3? I'll leave it up to you. You want to recap the episode, or do you want to talk about our history-making, game-changing, legendary act of God?
I don't see any of my kid toys. Oh, give me a second. I gotta get like celebration tools, because we put stuff into fruition, ladies and gentlemen. The first interview we ever did on FMC resulted. We did that. What was that? What month was that? Was that in August? We did it August, and then months
ago.
I think it was.
No,
was that long ago?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was like August.
It was a while ago.
It was when I was still in the UK.
It was before. Yeah. It was before the wedding too. So
yeah,
damn, because you were back by the wedding.
Exactly. So it was in the summer, and then the start off 2023, ladies and gentlemen.
It was July.
Oh my God! Even further. 6 months later. Man, we're like Vince McMahon leaving the company and coming back. We did it in the same amount of time. Speaking stuff into fruition. We had one of the challenge goats on our channel here, and we said you need to be on All Stars. You are an all-star. I told her.
The all-star.
The all-star. She is the GOAT of the challenge. Cara Maria is going to be on All Stars 4. It is a magical day, a magical year. I with a tear in my eye, when Cher sent that tweet, I was like, oh my God, we made it happen.
Chat, if you would have seen our group chat that we never talk in. It's literally only randomly sending challenge things or like things about this.
Yeah.
And we don't talk to each other any other time. And I was sending who was going to be on the show. And like, we got one, we were stoked about it. We got another one. And we were stoked about it. And then we were like going through, and then all of a sudden I sent the Kara one. And so I follow that account. And
Gamer Vev, shout out.
Gamer Vev follows me too. Don't know who you are, but shout out. We actually, at one of the Challenge Manias, everybody was like trying to figure out who Gamer Bev was. but I always look at like the cast stuff on there, and then I mute them once the season starts so that I don't see any of the spoiler stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, obviously I don't see the spoiler stuff, or I would do better at the freaking drafts. So you know, but I was just looking, and then I saw that one, and I was like, oh, this has got to be a fake one. Like, they just posted this, and then it was not fake. And like you said, the amount of interactions on that compared to everybody else was insane. It was nuts. I'm so excited.
Like, she is like the John Cena of the challenge. Like, I know people have said that, you know, Bananas or CT is like that because CT's from Boston. Bananas won all these titles. But when you talk about someone who is very polarizing and you go through those quote tweets of people that are just angry that she's back, that people that are just so happy that she's back, but most of them were very happy that she's back because I think absence makes the heart grow fonder. And the fact that one, she's been gone since 2019 from the challenge, since War of the Worlds 2. And then 2, she's doing the season without Paulie. I think that was the other key. And we are cool with Paulie now, regardless of how we felt about him watching him on the show, to actually interact with him. I said it before, I'll say it again. He's one of the best interviews I've ever done. Wrestler or whatnot, because he will give you everything. But the fact that Kara's doing it without him, and that female cast may go down as the greatest female cast in challenge history.
Well, and like, I mean, I even told him on there, like, I don't like you on the show, but he knows he's playing a character on the show too. Like, they both said, you got to play it up to 100 on there, or you're not going to get recast. And that's what happens to a lot of people. And they both told us in the interview, like, we would go on separately because we have businesses and someone needs to be taking care of things. So I'm excited that they brought her back. And I knew that they would try her out before they would try him out, bringing him back. And I like, a lot of people think that she shouldn't be on there because she was not on the Real World or Road Rules. You know, she came in on a fresh meat or whatever, but like, really, I mean, fresh meat was so freaking long ago. Like,
that was like what her season.
Landon was still doing the challenge.
Like, her season was the last Landon championship. That was season 19. Like, we're into season 38 right now. Like, come on.
Right. Like, literally half. Like, yeah, I definitely think that she is someone that qualifies as an OG and an all-star for sure. If we can have Jimmy on All-Stars, now come on. Like,
if we can have Kayla on All-Stars.
Yeah, because Kayla was on like the fake
All-Stars
season of the Real World. Like,
yeah, it was that Explosion or whatever.
It's Challenge All-Stars. She is a Challenge All-Star. Like, I don't. Who gives a shit? Like, where she like came from? Like, she's a Challenge All-Star. That's very.
And her stats is ridiculous. 14 seasons, 1 champs and versus pros. She's won two main season championships. She's won 1 for champs and pros. Like, she is in the conversation for one of the greatest female performers of all time on the challenge. In my opinion, she's the GOAT female of the challenge.
I think she's the greatest female, and I think she's in the top overall. Like, top 5 overall, men or female. That too.
Yeah. So the rest of this cast, but if you don't want to be spoiled, we're not going to give out the entire cast.
I don't think that Chad even watches the challenge. I don't even think they care.
I mean, some of them are here for the challenge.
And I know Eddie. Eddie is a challenge fan. I see him
I think they
with
like
comments
listening
and stuff.
to us talk about it
That
more
too.
than like actually watching it. Also, my trophy finally shipped.
Oh. Nice.
Just in time for me to have to send it or keep it. for this season.
We at least got to get a picture with it regardless, and then send it or keep it, depending on what happens with this season. But the other big news with this cast is Jay is back. My guy, he pops me.
I couldn't drink the drink.
What of the great a reaction out of
one of the greatest quotes in challenge history.
Did you guys see
drink.
Zach tweeted that this is like possibly the greatest female cast, and he was talking about how it's gonna, we're turning back time, it's gonna be Tony time, and Gamer replied, first response, Gamer, how do you feel about Jay being cast?
Dude, Jay, like when you guys posted that, I was like, this rules. Like, he's not great. He's been
on one season.
Yeah, like I said, somebody has to be the person to go home
somebody
first.
Does. But look, for some reason, the man just pops me.
How do you call him a challenge all-star when he was? That's when you know that they were scraping the bottom of the barrel for this season.
I was like, damn, none of these real all-stars wanted to show up except for Brad. And then Tony and Leroy answered the call as well.
I feel
that's
like
the actual big news is Leroy and Cam.
Leroy and Cam both. When I saw Leroy, I was like, oh, awesome. Maybe we'll get Cam back one day. And then they said Cam, and I was like, they got to be bringing a freaking nanny with them and bringing that baby, because I do not see them leaving that baby in Houston and going wherever they go to film. Like, they got that baby coming with them.
That was one of the concessions they made to get on this show, which, hey, fine by me. Like, if we get Leroy and Cam, that's all I care about.
I would like to see post-baby Cam, like, see what kind of shape she's in now and everything, because that's going to make a big difference.
Yeah.
Wallering you to death. I always got kids rolling all over me. I get it.
Yes. She was about to stand up on my lap as I'm doing that.
The last time I took my kids to Dynamite, Reed stood on my legs through the entire Dynamite.
Ouch.
My legs hurt so bad. And I was in shorts. My legs hurt so bad afterwards.
Eddie is asking, would you guys go on the challenge? We're going to do the Fightful challenge at some point.
Absolutely.
But the actual challenge, someone would murder us. Just completely kill us. Kidding me?
Okay.
The blue barracudas would obviously win.
I would go on the challenge, and I could probably win any type of trivia and puzzles.
Yeah, trivia, stuff like that. Like be okay at like physical challenge.
I could have definitely won the Challenge 38 trivia. I knew the answer to all of those, like Adam and Eve, and and Serena Venus Williams, and R2D2,
Elsa and Anna.
I would have got all of those right. Like I could have killed that one. That was like one of the rare trivias where I was just like, man, I got everything right.
My kids and I got this game that's like, you roll the dice and it tells you where to put these blockers in it, and then you have puzzle pieces and you have to fit all of the puzzle pieces in to fill the star with the blockers in. And we've been doing that and like racing each other to see how fast we can do it, because I'm preparing them for when I send them on the challenge in about 10 years. I'm like, we gotta get all these puzzles down.
Get them prepared now. I started doing puzzles with my kids, so I understand. I'm starting them early. I'm starting them before they turn 3. Get them on the puzzles.
When will they be 3? When is their?
In 2 months.
Oh, 3-nagers are fun.
Oh God, can't wait.
Everyone says, when does it get easier? It doesn't. Every year is harder. Just so you know.
He says, would you guys be good at the eating challenges?
No.
Probably not.
I do not eat shit I do not want to eat.
I don't even eat liver, so
I might just be saying shit on this show as I typically do. I feel like I could do it. I don't know.
I think of the 3 of us, you could do it.
I don't know if I'd enjoy it, but I'm not afraid to like try new stuff. Like that's fine.
I am.
Especially if he had to eat Josh Giddey.
eat that man every single night. The things I would
These
eat
are
out
the
of that
bowls
man.
of Josh Giddey.
He would eat them like
Oh.
groceries, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm. um, I say I'm not afraid to like try new stuff. It's just, you know, am I gonna enjoy it? Probably not, but I could probably get through it.
I think if they didn't tell me what it was,
See, that's where you get like in your own
I
head.
get the
of things.
psychological, yeah. So when they're like, these are balls of a bull dipped in marinara sauce and swirled in the bull's shit, I'm like,
see,
I don't
like
think
I'm
so.
bad with smells too. Like if it smells
Yes.
bad, my stomach would just be like, ooh, I don't know about that.
I would
So,
be like
that's the other thing that would
eating it, like plugging my nose. And I have a really bad gag. Like if I think I'm gonna throw up, I will just start gagging myself because I can't even like consider that, because then I just psych myself out. So like sometimes, you know, as a parent, I'll be grabbing things and I'll like stick something in my mouth and like grab something else. And then if I realize like, oh, I have something that I'm holding in my mouth, I'll be like, oh, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, well, I'm fine. Like I psych myself out so much about things. So it's, yeah, I don't think I could do it. I would try the height stuff, swimming stuff.
Yeah.
Like I would try any of it, but I just think that would be the one that I would for sure not be able to do.
Yeah, I don't know about the heights, because I know one time I tried to climb like a little ladder thing to the top of my roof when I lived in the Bronx, and I couldn't do that. I was like, I got like halfway up the ladder and I was just like, and looked down. I was like, nah, I'm about to let me go down.
You're used to being fairly close to the ground.
To be fair though, I was under the influence.
Oh God.
So that's why. That's probably why the nerves and paranoia got to me. I think if I was clear-minded, I could have done it. Just all right. Let me just get to the top. I'm almost there.
See?
But it's because I was under the influence. I was like, what if I got to the top and I was just and I was like, all right, let me just.
Yeah. See, I'm not afraid of heights at all. But like the one thing that always messes me up is like when you go to amusement parks and like you're going on something that's tall and you get to like the stairs up at the top in the line and like leaning over the edge of the thing. I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna die. Like
that is a very scary feeling, getting to the top on those stairs and just like looking down. I feel that way. Like we go to the pool and the slide, just going up there on the slide. I'm like, oh man, what's happening?
Yeah, and
here?
like I'm not scared of heights. I mean, I've done all kinds of things, like flying nothing like that bothers me. But I don't know if it's just like your balance getting off up there. It terrifies me. Terrifies me.
Yeah.
I think Sean is new. He's just popped in. Not new, but popped in. Grizzlies are the best team in the West, hands down. Sean, we have moved on from the basketball talk,
That's
but I have
correct.
a very important question for you, Sean. Would you have sex with this man?
I'm not watching the chat, so please let me know what he says.
Please let us know. This is our barometer of what type of person you are. Is if you would fuck Josh Giddey or not. This is not FMC. I know it says it in the title. This is now FJG. Fucking Josh Giddey.
What's the response?
He hasn't said anything.
I think he's still catching up into this part of the show. But yeah, like I said, the female cast for All Stars 4. I'm not gonna spoil the whole thing, but this female cast is just star-studded, because not only did we have Cara coming back, not only did we have Cam coming back. I was very happy for Cam being there, because I was like, man, Cara. After I saw the rest of the women, I was like, Cara's going to get targeted real quick. So I was happy that Cam is there. But you got Laurel on the season. Laurel and Cara,
same season. Yeah.
Back on the season together. The one of the greatest female rivalries in challenge history, because of all their background, from how, Kara got drafted over Laurel, who was the clear best woman back at Fresh Meat 2, to them teaming together in Cutthroat and actually, finishing the final after their whole team bombed out, to them being teammates in Rivals 1 and becoming friends, their friendship up and downs, whether it be in Free Agents when Laurel eliminated Kara, whether it be in Invasion where Laurel once again had to eliminate Kara. Like, oh man, it's just such a long and storied history. And then how they fell out in season 34 on Kara's final season before she took this long hiatus. It's so much going on there, but I'm glad that Kara's got Cam. And then you got the OG Mean Girls before the Mean Girls was a goddamn movie. Challenge fans had the Mean Girls, Tina, Veronica, and one of the other goats, in my opinion, one of the other female goats, the monster, the Brock Lesnar of the Challenge females, Rachel Robinson, is back, y'all. You don't have to go to the YouTube channel and watch her working out anymore. She's back on a damn season.
And she's still in amazing shape. And she gave birth to twins. And as SP3 knows, it takes a bad bitch to give birth to twins. So, I mean,
it takes a real one. I'm with a real one who gave birth to twins. So I know a real one when I see one.
And we're waiting for you to wipe her up.
Yes.
Don't worry, y'all. The plans are percolating. The more I watch all these trash realities shows, I come up with good plans for my eventual proposal.
We'll get to the challenge, the recap. SP3 is like, I'm not going to spoil everything, and then spoils everything. I love this as your bit, SP3. Yeah. With the circle. Like, I'm not going to spoil everything. Let me tell you everything that happens. We'll get to our challenge recap here in a second. We watched MILF Manor last night. All right.
I saw you tweet about this.
Oh, yeah. I was so excited with it. MILF
Manor.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
Oh, it's on TLC. It got, when it was announced, people were like, they're taking the 30 Rock concept of MILF Island, and like they're just actually making this a show. So it's called MILF Manor.
What's the concept of this?
Well, the concept is you get a bunch of like women who are 45 plus. I think like the youngest is legit like 46, and they're upwards of like, I think the oldest is like 59. So it's these women who go into this place. They're all moms, and then they're looking for love, right?
Oh God.
The love that they are looking for are all of their sons.
Wait, what? Wait, so these MILFs.
So they're dating other women's sons?
Oh my God.
The other women who are on
it's like dated and related, but with moms and sons.
So it's
and some of these kids are like 20.
Oh no, I'm out.
When I was very excited for this show because it's trash garbage. When we saw that they were the sons, I thought this was a bit. I thought they were just like fucking around on. I'm like, how do you find it's 8 women, eight sons. Like, how do you find these people of like, not only are you need to be looking for younger men, we need your son looking for older women. And somehow they found 8 of these people to do this. And the wife is just like, I feel like I'm watching a criminal act right now. I feel like I'm an accessory to like some type of crime watching this show. And it's a little uncomfortable watching this because one of them is like 20 and the other one is like 55. And it's like, what are we doing here?
To be fair, I watch 90 Day Fiance, especially I watch 90 Day Fiance Happy Ever After. So this is when they're married, and they have one Indian guy who I believe is 33 and his wife is 63 years old. It's an old white woman with blonde hair, and he has to deal with basically his Indian family who doesn't accept that he's with a woman that he can't, procreate with. She basically could be his mother because she was 30 years old when this man was born. So I think I could get into MILF Manor just based on that.
Okay,
on-
I have to read the text I just got from Mrs. Jeremy.
Yes, she also messaged me and let me know that going back to what we were talking about previously, she let me know that LeBron beat my high school team's ass my junior year, LOL, and then showed me the score of 82-32, and I was like, I remember watching that on illegal cable, and then it became a conversation of how did I get illegal cable, and I was like, my mom got sick of me underhandedly ordering wrestling pay-per-views and got illegal boxes for the house. So.
Right, what has the wife texted you?
She says in all capital letters, "This MILF Manor show is the worst thing I've ever seen." Then she says, "The one mom is 59 and the one she was talking to is 20." And I said, "No, this is bad."
It is. I'm not gonna lie. As someone who like loves trash reality television, watching this last night, little on the uncomfortable side because these women.
Where is it on?
It's on TLC. TLC, by the way.
I'm just thinking it's so uncomfortable because you're there with your son.
Yes.
So your son knows what you're doing.
Oh, one of the kids is like trying to cock block his mom. Like this one mom is like,
that would be my
fuck
kids.
Everybody. This one mom, she got no shame. She's trying to fuck everybody, and she's trying to take first night trying to take this dude up to the room, and the son is there just blocking all of this. She's like, nope, not having this. Yeah. Yeah. That's I'm gonna spoil everything here. The mom and son.
Don't worry, I'm not watching it.
The mom and son room together, so they are in the same room in this house. Their faces, baby, their faces are just they are stunned at this.
Wow.
This is my son's dream, to be 25 and still fucking sleep in my bedroom. Like, that's all he wants in life. He says all the time, like, I'm not going to get married because then my wife will want me to live with her. And I'm like, well, yeah, no shit. You're not sleeping in my bed when you're 25 years old. Like, get away from me.
It is. See, I thought that the premise was just these older women looking for love. That's fine. And then I figured they were gonna go after younger men. Like, it's called MILF Manor. You're not. I
thought it was like Love Island for older people, which makes more sense because we got a VPN and we started watching. They got a new season of UK Love Island, which is the superior Love Island. And the main complaint that me and my missus have is that all these 20-year-olds saying that they want to settle down and stuff is not realistic at all. We were like Love Island would make a lot more sense if it was older people like that age.
See, I didn't think it was going to be like everybody was going to be in their 40s, 50s type of thing. I did think the women would be, but I thought the men would be like late 20s, early 30s. I think there are a couple of the sons who are like 30. But I thought the men would still be a little bit younger, not skewing on, just became legal to drink. Some of them aren't even legal to drink. But I didn't think it was going to be that. I definitely did not think the twist was going to be, hey, here's all your sons. And they made it seem like that in the trailer, that it's going to be all your sons. And even like before the big reveal, the wife is like, isn't the twist that it's like their sons? And I'm like, I think that's what they imply. But like, how do you find 8 women who are looking for young men who also have sons that are looking for older women? Like, how do you put out a casting call for this?
That probably is a casting call. That's probably what's the casting call.
Have you seen the shows that TLC has?
TLC is the home of 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, TLC, like that. We had this discussion because the wife was like, TLC, isn't that like the learning channel? Like, aren't they supposed to be like educational? And so I was like, nah, TLC tricked y'all. It running around acting like it was playing defense, but it tricked y'all when it had John and Kate +8 and Little People Big World and stuff. They made it seem like, oh, here's a different view of world life from people
they got
had
smothered
kids.
They started Sister Wives, and it was supposed to be about polygamy, and then it turned into how Cody was a dick.
Yeah, see, they made it seem like, oh, here's different aspects of life and different world views and different realities of stuff. It's like, nah, these are all just trash reality shows, just like any other network be airing out here. And they did it first, and they did it fantastically, especially with the 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, yeah.
I was obsessed with John and Kate +8. I was like
everybody
13.
does.
I was like
still-
13 watching that shit, and I'm like, God, Kate's such a bitch. The two oldest girls are in college now. Like, I feel old as hell.
This is why they have 46 different spin-offs of 90 Day Fiance. Like I said, I'm watching Happily Ever After because Big Ed is on it. So Big Ed's there. I'm there with him, and I'm watching how he's
Where Big Ed goes, I go too.
I go too. He wish I actually paid for a cameo for him to wish my wife happy anniversary. My missus happy anniversary last year, and that popped her. She said that was one of the greatest gifts I ever gave her. So with Big Ed's
What
on
kind of gifts have you been giving this woman?
Oh, I legitimately only get her gifts that will pop her. Like if it pops her, makes her laugh, then I did good. Then I did good, in my opinion. I did good. And now she does it to me. Like for Father's Day last year, she got me Nick Gage to wish me Happy Father's Day. So
oh God, I bet that was amazing.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing because he did
give a
whole
big
intro.
motherfucking shout out to SP3.
I actually played it on True Hill Heat.
The
I will
king
give
of
you
this
the number
father
so you
shit.
I will
The
give
king
you.
of this father
I will
shit.
give you the episode of True Hill Heat where I played that.
Oh, please do.
It was
I need
fantastic.
this cameo.
Fantastic.
Fucking rules.
It was fantastic.
God.
So we just pop each other now. The next one that I want to get is I already told her. I was like, I'm waiting for the time when he's taking cameos again. Is Soulja Boy from 90 Day Fiance? If you don't know who Soulja Boy is, he is Usman from Nigeria, who is married to Lisa, who was about 25 years older than him. Then he moved on to his new girl, Kimbali. And why do I say it like that? Because he created a song where he was like, Kimbali, when I'm there for you, girl, I'll be there for you. Everything.
That's the same damn song you did for Lisa. That's the same fucking song. I haven't even seen this Kimberly bit, but I remember the Lisa song.
Yes,
and that's the same song.
Yes. And legitimately, if my missus, my girl is pissed off at me, I would just start singing that, and it would just get her back on my side. Kimbali.
Dude, Soulja Boy fucking rules. Oh man,
He's
I do miss.
He's up there with Big Ed in my opinion.
I when we were going to watch MILF Manor last night, I saw the ad for Lauren and Alexi Happily Ever After. I was like, oh, they were so cute. Like they actually like seemed to like each other and everything. Yeah. Like they actually cared for each other. And I think they've had like a kid, maybe two.
Yeah, they're one of the better relationships out of the 90 Day Laurel.
I saw them at the Happily Ever After. I was like, oh, I miss them. So I'm never gonna watch 90 Day Fiance again, but
I don't blame you. I
should. All right, let's quickly recap the actual challenge episode. So they had to dance on a tightrope. It's basically a beam, and they had to do this big dance. And Fessy, Fessy made it happen, man. Fuck him.
He dragged KC across this thing after he nervously got across it with Tori. He figured it out on the second try and dragged Casey to victory, which made no freaking sense. It's a team daily challenge. It wasn't a pairs daily challenge. So them saying that the pair with the fastest time wins it for their team made absolutely no sense. No sense at all, because Chauncey did not even cross the thing, did not even do the competition, and there was no penalty for his team. I was just like watching this, and I'm like,
that was
they keep making these episodes worse. Like I don't understand. What was the point of the teams? We literally only went 5 episodes. Oh,
it really should have been like a timed thing. And if you don't go like team time, otherwise, like you said, what's the point of the team? It's just like, okay, it's basically the fastest pairs. Why break up ride or ties if you're just going to do fastest pairs here? Who cares about it? It's a team. Combine the times. And if some people doesn't go, you get a 10-minute penalty or some shit. You fuck your team over with that. Very stupid. Very, very stupid.
So stupid. It didn't make any sense. But we gave you the good about Fessy in this episode. Now let's talk about the bad, when this man really was convinced that he get to pick his own partner. That's why he didn't care when Mariah got booted last week, is because he was very much convinced that when this all was said and done, the team's part, I for a while there, I thought that he was convinced that the teams were going to go all the way to the finals. And I was just like, you're just dumb then. You're dumb. You're dumb, because in the interrogation, he was like, when people are trying to save their partner on the other team, he's like, well, you're not partners anymore. Like, dude, you do realize that you're gonna eventually go back to pairs. But when TJ came into the house to like tell them to go down, he's like, pick a partner. He's like trying to convince TJ, no, pick a partner, right? Like, if you go back and watch it, I watched the episode twice. You could vividly hear him saying, pick a partner. He thought he could just pick a partner. He did not think that Mariah was going to come back and be his partner.
Yeah, they go to the elimination. And Horacio gets voted in. Devin pulls the safe dagger. And so it's Jordan and Horacio and balls in. And Horacio,
one of the greatest balls ins ever.
Yeah. And Horacio pulled it out, man. He pulled it out. He beat Jordan. And people were obviously very stunned at this because Horacio was juking him. He was going through him. He was doing everything he needed to do. And he stopped him. He prevented him. He knocked the ball out and it went out of bounds. And Jordan couldn't score on every opportunity. And Horacio did score on every opportunity, and Horacio won. And then, of course, we get the twist of
history. We can't just bypass this. History by Horacio becoming the second male to win 5 eliminations in a season after Wes back in Fresh Meat 1. It took it from season 12 to 38. That stood. That's the only guy who ever won 5 eliminations in a season. And I legitimately wanted to either tweet or message y'all and be like, why do I always want to smack Fessy right in the mouth? Because when they went to Fessy and they did the confessional after he juked Jordan and he was like, oh, Horacio hasn't impressed me much of the season, but that was impressive. Dude, just shut up. In the interrogation with Horacio, he's like, you remind me of me in my rookie season. Yeah. Dude, why doesn't someone just shut up? Like, just elbow him right in the mouth, just right in the, shut up, and then tell him to do something so you can get kicked off the season again. Do something.
They reveal that the partners are back, so Jordan is safe. He just stays there, and then
he just got to stay in a hotel for a night.
Yeah, and then
with Kenny and Mariah.
Right. Kenny and Mariah, they return and they have to do this challenge where you're holding up this giant barrel on a slope, and Fessy and Mariah win. So Anissa and Jordan are still gone, and Casey and Kenny are also.
No. They played this week.
Oh, right. Sorry. They played the second round of things. Or they're about to play the second round of things.
Spoiler alert, Team Furniture is probably not going to win. Like, I'm sorry, Kenny might be the most useless.
So maybe that was just my subconscious thinking there. I legitimately thought that just like Casey and Kenny, they're just fucked. Kenny sucks. He's awful. He is absolutely awful. I mean, Anissa's not great, but yeah, she can at least do a little bit. Kenny's not good, but Fessy unfortunately is staying. He's still there. So
after he's treated Mariah like trash.
I hope she just fucks up his final.
I hope they get eliminated.
If I was her, I would.
I would fuck it up on purpose.
Would hope that we get all the way there and then just fuck it up for him. Like,
and then they like want to make things worse for me, because now that I've been tweeting about the challenge stuff pops up on my feed, and I had to listen to a 2-minute diatribe from the only person on reality television worse than Facel, Josh Martinez, talking about how Mariah shouldn't be talking about Fessy in public. He was like, if you're good friends with them, you should tear them down in private. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I do agree with that most of the time. But when your friend publicly does something dumb, I'm sorry. If it's my kid and they publicly do something at a store, I'm gonna whoop their ass in the store. I'm sorry. That's how it works. So if my friend says something dumb, and I've done it before, and I've lost a friend before, I don't really care for the friend anymore. So that was a good losing of a friend, in my opinion. So if that friend's gonna do something in public and make a fool of themselves, then I gotta be a friend and call him out in public. And I agree with what Mariah has been addressing, how she's addressed how Fessy has treated her throughout this season. And to hear Josh Martinez for a good 2 minutes saying that Mariah should be grateful for the opportunity that Faisal has given her and stuff. And then Mariah called him out because she was like, dude, I was just with you over the weekend and you said none of this to my face. He's a coward. I'm happy Ashley called him whatever she called him. I don't even know what she called him, but I think it was right to call him that.
Why would you listen to Josh speak at all? At all. Don't do that to yourself, SP3. Spend your time wiser.
Okay? I should. You're right.
Just giving you advice. Just giving you advice. Right. Don't do that.
I appreciate that. See, I did something wrong in public, and Jeremy just corrected me in public. That's a good friend, in my opinion.
Cher Delaware, how's your dating life?
Yeah.
It's just yeah. Your dating life is yeah.
It's non-existent. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, how is your dating life on Match.com? Have you matched with anybody?
Let's look. Let's see. Jeremy read the entire messages from.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
That one guy. Yeah.
Okay, so the guy said, "You speak a lot of languages. How about Japanese?" And I said, "Have you ever seen Johnny Tsunami? That's the extent of my snowboarding background." He said, "No, I haven't, but I've watched trailer of that. Do you snowboard?" Buddy, I just said that's the extent of my like, just said that. Let's see. We have TJ, not Detweiler.
Shame.
Marijuana.
Henderson?
No, marijuana is not for him. It says the short version: Christian, a healthy ENFP. Oh, he's an extrovert. I love people. Ooh, great conversation.
Fucking people who love people. Don't like that.
Being outdoors. I don't like any of this. I love adventure and I love to travel, but it's the people you meet that make it meaningful. I still keep up with the friends I've made out hiking, riding chairlifts, on spontaneous road trips, and while in other countries. You are not my type of guy. We do not make friends when we go places. Throughout the years, I've been a church planter. What's a planter? Isn't that what you put a flower in?
He plants churches.
Senior pastor, worship leader, after-school program coordinator, youth pastor, and a snowboard instructor. What does that have to do with church?
Wait a second. I have a church woman here. What would you like to add to this conversation?
Church planter is someone who goes and starts churches at various places.
Exactly what I said. Someone who puts the seeds in the ground and a church just plants and pops up. That's literally what you just said.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah. They got magic church beans that you got to make sure to groom and water.
Or it does like WandaVision. It does like WandaVision where like it builds a whole community from her powers and stuff.
Right? Is it the 6th day? What day does the church rise?
And from her love of vision.
The 6th. Okay. So I was right. Thank you.
We need to ask the important questions now, Cher. Like, would these guys fuck Josh Giddey?
Oh, okay. Well, put that on your profile.
It says pretty much one deal breaker. If you aren't intent on living like a Christian. So I'm already out. This is Matthew, age 36. Another Christian. To understand what makes me tick, you have to know that I sincerely care for people and always put concerted effort into my relationships. You should also know that I am driven by my faith, my family, and my consistent desire to improve in every area of my life. I truly believe that our experiences in life, the good and the bad, have combined to make us the people we are today. I wouldn't change anything because of that. Even my negative attributes have formed me in some way into the man I am today. That's too much for a dating.
That's a lot. That's a lot. You just need to
Love too
change your
much.
entire bio to WWJGF. What would Josh Giddey fuck?
You wrote
Okay.
too much. Man's wrote
This
too much.
guy has no bio.
Oh, well, that's not great.
These are my favorite people. He's got a picture of him and he just scratched out the other people's faces so you knew which one was him.
That's
Corey.
better. That's better than, the people who all of their photo. When I was on the dating websites, like,
All their photos are then with other people, so you don't know. who
yeah,
they
and I'm like,
are.
which one are you?
Okay, this guy is 6'3". He's another Christian. Oh God. Okay, I'll be honest. Life is a beautiful thing, but it scares me. Some days I have it all figured out, and others I feel lost. This might sound dumb, but I think the purpose of life is the journey.
Yeah, he's
want-
right. It does sound dumb.
I want to learn my purpose with a teammate, someone who will be spontaneous with me. Okay.
My thing with that, whenever I saw spontaneous in anyone's dating profile when I was on dating sites, was I would be like, what's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
And it's usually like, went to the grocery store at 2 a.m.
It's always awful. It's always the worst.
Oh boy. Ah! Are you there? Okay.
What?
I clicked off of it. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Okay.
good. What is the most spontaneous thing you've ever done, SP3?
I mean, we've said a lot of fucking on this show, so I've had sex in public. That's the most spontaneous thing I've ever done.
That's illegal.
Is it? Is it?
I'd say the most spontaneous thing I ever did was when I was a teenager. I bought a plane ticket and flew to San Diego without telling my parents.
I once took a bus with my friend to Virginia for a catfish. I've been catfished. Yeah, I've been catfished.
Man. Oh, it was you. You got catfish, not your.
Yeah, I got catfish. No, I got catfish.
Oh, we got to
I
tell.
I dragged my friend along for the catfishing.
Okay, we're that's the hook for next week. We're telling
Yeah.
this catfish story.
Oh, so we should do an all catfish episode because we talked a little bit about catfish last week, but I can share my catfish my own episode that didn't when it wasn't airing.
Okay, I'm gonna read this long ass bio.
Oh boy.
I don't like writing bios, as I always feel that I won't describe myself properly. It also feels a little biased, considering, if you think about it, we're just trying to sell ourselves to someone else in the best positive light. But here it goes. I'm originally from the Chicago area, and in my mid-20s moved to Michigan. I've been with the same company since I was 20 years old. I've been lucky enough to travel all over the United States and some other parts of the world paid for by work. I've had the opportunity to experience some amazing cultures and would consider myself a world citizen. Well, that's not a thing. I enjoy going out to bars and restaurants, but also enjoy staying in and cooking with a partner and watching Netflix or playing games. I'm a little bit city and a little bit country combined. Actually, it says and a little bit county combined.
Should have been. I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Yeah,
I'm
a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll.
No, it doesn't say country. It says I'm a little bit city and a little bit county combined and can feel at home in either. My sense of humor, I suppose, could be described as somewhat dry and sarcastic, closer to British. As far as my personality, I'd suppose I've described myself as an introverted extrovert. I'm very quiet around people I don't know, but once I get to know them, I open up. I'm a very open and honest person, genuine, kind, and caring. I try to see the world through other people's eyes, even if I don't agree with them. If we match, I'm the type of person that isn't going to ghost you if I decide we're not a good fit, and I prefer the same in anyone that matches with me. We're all adults and can have a conversation about how we feel. Not everybody we meet on here is going to be the person for you, and that's okay as long as we're both open and honest with our feelings. If we manage to have a good conversation, I would definitely like to meet in person and see where it goes from there. I'm open to just making a new friend, to finding someone that I can't do without. I'm the type of person that if we go on a date and you're not feeling it, you tell me. I'm okay that, and we can go our separate ways, having had an enjoyable night out. He said he was everything. So he was like, I'm an introvert and I'm an extrovert and I like being outside and I like being inside and I like the city and I like the country. And like, what?
He also, I mean, he was lying to you immediately because he's like, I don't like writing bios. And then he gave you his life story and all of his personality traits.
I don't understand.
I don't like relationships that start with a
message
lie,
him back
so.
like, do you like writing bios or not? Like, very confused.
I'm very confused right now.
This guy's bio just says Eggs Benedict on a Christmas morning.
See, that's the type of bio I
That's
like.
a good bio.
That's a good bio.
Federico.
Okay.
No bio.
Nah.
Case. His favorite quality in a person is curiosity.
Curiosity killed the cat, though.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That can kill.
Nah, curiosity gets people in trouble. It's just asking too many questions and shit. Just too much.
Yeah, I hate curious people.
Yeah.
Where to start? Well, probably at the beginning. I was raised in California and the Midwest. How were you raised in California and the Midwest? I moved out to California. Well, you weren't. How did you move to California if you were raised in California?
Oh, you're being too critical right now. I mean, you're being curious, I guess. So thank you. Thank you.
Could do without the traffic. When at the beach, I'd rather be in the waves with a board or not. It's all fun. What? I love to golf, and I'm the kind of guy that would rather do that than watch. Best thing about the Super Bowl is it opens up the tee sheet. Other than that, I am up for anything.
What is the tee sheet?
I think golfing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, tee. Oh, yeah, because everybody's watching the Super Bowl. So he would just rather go golfing by himself than watch the Super Bowl. He sounds pretty lame.
I value experiences and people more than things. I am an extroverted introvert. What the fuck is with these extroverted introverts? And prefer
They're extra introverted.
Don't mind the crowd. Don't mind crowds, but they exhaust me. Well, then you mind them. Also, don't mind being at home. I like keeping it simple. I try to have a positive impact on the world with everything I do. I am looking for a friend and a partner. Fleeting relationships are not the most interesting thing to me at this point in my life. Going to leave it at that for brevity's sake. If anything interested you, reach out.
Brevity? What? That was brevity! What are we doing here? I legitimately feel like this segment has become us really like judging the bios. Like, we're not judging the people. We're judging what they put in their bio.
Well, then that's a little judgmental of the people.
I'm judging all of it.
I'm judging the bios on what the bio says. Like Eggs Benedict on a Christmas morning. That's an A+ bio in my opinion.
This guy's bio says
that is a good bio.
Ain't too proud to pound.
A-. He would fuck Josh Giddey.
Ask him if he would fuck Josh Giddey. Just please message him that. This is all I want.
Oh, this guy would be perfect for Jensen. His bio just says Dave and Buster's.
Oh, somebody who would fuck Josh Giddey and Dave and Buster's. Oh man, can you imagine a double date with this man and Josh Giddey and Jensen and Cody going to a Dave and Buster's?
Oh my god!
Oh, that's such a.
Oh my god! Yesterday too, on Martin Luther King Day, so Cody gets them in for free. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
You notice Cody announced his return on Martin Luther King Day.
I'm just saying. I be telling Cher, be careful about the civil rights leader. That's everybody's favorite black titty civil rights leader.
This bio says,
Okay.
I am legitimately bad at talking to girls. Change my mind.
What?
What?
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy because then he wants either the girls don't talk to him or they do talk to him, and then he just can be like, oh, I fucked it up because I'm bad at talking.
I'm not doing the work here. Like, that's your job, not mine.
All right, read a couple more. We gotta.
I'm looking.
Gotta wrap this show up.
I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna start doing the top 5 thirst tweets of the week.
Okay.
There you go.
But I did not prepare it for this week.
It happens.
I'll know I found the one when she rides in on a fucking unicorn bearing gifts of love and affection. Thinks I'm amazing and wants to be the woo to my who. I swear to God.
Can unicorns fly?
I don't fucking know. What's a
That's
woo
great.
to your who?
Like woohoo? Like woohoo? Like yin and yang, you know, the yin to my
Who
yang.
says that?
I don't know. This person apparently. This person. I thought they were talking about the fucking Grinch movie for a second. Like, Cindy Lou Woohoo or some shit.
Who wants to be
doing?
the Cindy to my Lou-hoo? Oh my God. Zombie attack. Run or fight. This guy. Run.
I mean, can't blame him.
Okay.
At least he's honest.
Yeah.
Oh. This guy's favorite movie is American Sniper, so I'm gonna go for a no.
Okay. Moving on.
Favorite movie?
Moving on.
That's
Not
like, how can that
creepy
be
at
your
all.
favorite
Right.
movie? Like, that's.
Do you have taste?
I love traveling. 24 countries so far. Well, look at you. Oh, I
That was great. That was great.
The disdain and the disgust in your voice.
That was great.
To be fair, the bottom of his profile says MAGA need not apply. So.
Ooh, oof, oof, oof. That didn't age well. Oh, did y'all guys hear that Kanye got remarried?
Who?
Kanye West
Oh.
To who?
no, that's how
to some woman that looks exactly like Kim Kardashian.
Of course he did.
himself.
He probably paid for her surgery to look like him.
Wouldn't be
Well,
surprised.
Good for him, I guess. We all deserve love, even Kanye.
Hopefully he leaves Kim alone. Okay, this guy's top 3 favorite things.
Okay.
Costco.
Mhm. Okay.
Steinfeld.
All right.
Okay.
Wu-Tang.
Oh, he.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! The woo.
I liked him.
Yeah.
Wu
He's
Tang.
the only person I've liked today.
I can't wait for season 3 of their series.
I liked that was Costco, Seinfeld, Wu-Tang. Like, okay.
Different levels. There's levels to this, ladies and
There's
gentlemen.
levels.
He got groceries, he got jokes, and he got bars.
This guy's bio says physics grad. I have 2 cats named Scratch and Sniff. I can cook anything. I hate raw tomatoes. What?
He can cook anything but raw tomatoes.
I guess. Well, I
mean,
guess
you
you're
don't
not
cook-
cooking them if
Yeah,
they're
you don't
raw.
cook raw tomatoes. You just
This
gotta
is true.
buy them.
This is true.
This guy's had a lot of Botox. I need a hug and a kiss if anyone cares. 100% single. 50 Italian. American. Born and raised in Southern California. Okay.
He's good in my book. He's from Southern California, like me.
Are you from Southern California?
No, but that's what you chat said.
Oh. I was like, what?
Hey, what is
Yeah.
this you chat thing?
Okay, it's just a thing that an AI generator like comes up with like a bio for you, and mine said that first it thought I was Cher Lloyd. It said I had 2.6 million followers on Instagram. And then it said she has also worked as a psychotherapist and licensed clinical social worker for almost 20 years.
Look at that. That's impressive. That's an impressive resume if you ask me.
Yeah.
Mine said True Hill SP3 is a wrestling journalist, which I'm not, and a commentator, maybe, based in Los Angeles, California. Pop. He is known for his work as a writer for outlets like SK Wrestling, did a little bit there, and Fightful, never wrote a word there, and for his involvement with the True Heel Heat podcast, which he co-hosts with Chrissy Love One. True Hill SP3 has been a regular guest on shows like Something Else, I guess that would be FMC, I don't know, and the Dirty Deeds podcast. I don't know what that is. And he is currently working on his own show, which is set to debut in the near future. It's telling me that. Okay,
nice.
cool.
What are you working on, SP3?
He has a strong passion for the industry and strives to bring the best content to his viewers and listeners. That last part is correct.
Someone link me to this.
I'm trying to see if I can do yours, Jeremy.
Okay, thank you. I'm sure there are other Jeremy Lamberts out there, so...
Well, I do it with your
Twitter name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wonder what it would say if I just put SP3. What would it say?
Jeremy Lambert is a journalist and writer for Fightful.com, where he covers professional wrestling and other combat sports. He is a frequent contributor to the site, writing news, stories, reviews, and other pieces. He also appears on Fightful's podcast and YouTube channels.
That's boring. My profile is very boring.
I put SP3 and it says SP3 is an acronym for the SP3 transcription factor, which is a protein coding game. Diseases associated with the gene based on I don't even know how to say that word. And Wolfram syndrome. It is also the name of a certain orbitable hybridizations.
These words are too big.
Yeah, it's too big for me. I'm good.
Okay, Jeremy, I did it without the @ and it says you have appeared on wrestling-related podcasts such as Wrestling Observer Radio Network, What Culture Pro Wrestling, and you're a regular contributor to the Wrestling Observer newsletter.
You know what? That's actually true because Dave Meltzer steals all my transcripts without crediting me all the time. So that's true. I am a regular contributor to the Wrestling Observer newsletter.
You finally got the credit that you deserve.
I just don't get any credit. But this AI knows.
They did. They knew. They had you. They had your back.
All right. Let's.
Oh, wait. Mine now says that I run a fashion vlog and I have my own official merchandise store.
Don't you?
I'm a Fightful MMA, boxing, and pro wrestling news contributor, keeping up with the latest WWE, UFC, New Japan, and more. I also have my own Instagram account and YouTube channel where I post videos about fashion, makeup, and other topics.
You have a byline on the website, so that's not.
I did write one article about Uno.
You did, but you have multiple bylines on the site, though. I'm pretty sure I give bylines on like.
Oh yeah.
Things.
They still I just put in mine again. They still got me on something else, but I'm also joining Jeremy on the Wrestling Observer Radio, and I'm a regular contributor to Fightful Wrestling. Should have been Overbooked because I'm the Roderick Strong of Overbooked.
All right. Cher, do you want to plug anything on this show we have done today?
Yeah, check us out again next week, and I am going to have the top 5 thirst tweets of the week. I'm going to start doing top 5 thirst tweets of the week, and next week I will be at Dynamite, and then so look for me and my kids, second row. Right in front of the camera.
You're gonna have a sign?
No, I'm gonna be holding a kid. So just
look for their
sign. Look for their big fucking heads. You'll know my hair will be dyed by then, so it'll be split dyed again. You'll know it's me.
Yeah, but you should still have a sign. Have a sign that says "Imagine thinking Bryan Danielson ain't the fucking GOAT."
Oh, I may do that.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
I'm gonna have us like a "Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego," but "Where in the World is Miro." Like
it's good. It's good.
Yeah. Real annoyed with Dax and Cash for taking time off right before this show, especially since 2 weeks ago, Cash was like, "See you in Lexington." Oh, bitch. Anyways, check us out next week. I'm gonna have good thirst tweets, and then I will not next week, but the week after that, I will tell my Royal Rumble experience.
Ooh,
Nice.
There we go. SP3, you want to plug anything?
I'm plugging the fact that I now know sign language because I watched The Circle, and hopefully we could talk about The Circle either next week or the week after. This means fire. I'm fire out here in these streets. Yeah, I'll tell my
not even gonna get me to do that.
and next week I will
Not
be
be
telling
baited
my
into
catfish
this.
story, and we will be giving you the top 10 greatest catfish episodes of all time. I already gave us a whole hook for next week. Follow me, True Hill SP3 from Los Angeles, and listen to me on Wrestling Observer Radio and the Something Else podcast.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Appreciate y'all. Check out all the stuff we have going on. Stop that. We have going on Fightful Overbooked, new Tag Talk. Haley and Kylie, they were live yesterday. Go check that out. We have a New Japan podcast dropping today. Kaden and Kylie have a show, Book It, talking about Kenny Omega's IWGP US title reign, what they predict, how they would book it. That's coming out this week. I'm going to try to get on Twitch later this week, but I have the game stream from last week up there. Tim and Joel, this show, Newsworthy, a bunch of other stuff. We got content all that. We're doing shorts. I'm clipping shorts now, like saluting the shorts.
Go back in time and of course share this link everywhere because this is the greatest episode we've ever done. You can
look at the short where I thought Cher said come last week when she said calm. I was very proud of that one.
Clipping calm. I do kind of say it. I say it like there's like something in my throat.
Thank you.
Calm.
It sounds like never mind.
We peaked again. We reached a new peak. We reached a new valley.
Every time they think we've hit the top, we just keep going up.
Next week we'll have thirst tweets, we'll have catfish stories, and we'll have fucking Josh Giddey on